Okay, those liabilities to pay which we have a longer period of time. For example, the long term loans. Quickly, what are current liabilities or short term liabilities? Within 12 months of the period. For example, somebody's salary which is outstanding, it is an immediate need to pay it, or any other short term loan. The giver is asking that money within 12 months. Yes, Samarth? Any shareholders paid dues? No, my dear. A shareholder cannot be a करंट लाइबिलिटी में शेयर होल्डर विल नॉट कम. शेयर होल्डर्स एक्चुअली ओनर्स होते हैं, और जो इनकी लाइबिलिटी होती है इट इज़ द लीस्ट टू बी पेड. इट इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड दैट व्हेन द कंपनी विल क्लोज then the shareholders will get their money back. So shareholders are not current liabilities, but paying to the shareholder is the payment of capital. It is not a part of current and non-current. Dues. When the company has to take from the shareholders, means you are saying if they have purchased the shares and they have not paid money for it.
Yes.
No, my dear, it will not be categorized into current assets. However, we will talk about थोड़ा सा और आप accounts जब समझ लेंगे, then I will tell you when the shareholder buys any share, how he pays money and how the company asks money for him, from him. So you just wait a little bit. So class 11C, let us quickly move towards assets. What are assets? Basically, those property of the business which is used to generate more money. Clear with the definition? Now we have talked about two different kinds of assets. Again, in fact 3. Fixed assets, current assets, and the third one, you should be quick because this is a revision. there is fixed asset, there is current asset, yes, and there is fictitious asset. What are fixed assets? Those assets in which you have invested money, they are fixed in nature and they will continue to give you benefits. Yes, Aishwarya? Yes, okay. They don't move, they have a higher investment and they will keep on giving you benefits in the coming many years, and they are not easily convertible into cash. Means they have a lower level of liquidity. What is liquidity? Something's capability to be converted into money. किसी भी asset की capability कि वो कितना quickly cash में convert हो सकती है. This is called its liquidity. Alright. Now current assets. What are, for example, fixed asset, I forgot to mention the examples. It includes building, plant, machinery, furniture, and all these immovable things. In fact, all the long term, repeat. Yes, a fixed asset can also be divided into tangible, which we can see through our eyes, and intangible assets which we can't see. So which we can see, building we can see, it can be converted into cash, it is fixed, it is deriving benefit, means it is a tangible nature fixed asset. Children, is it clear to each one of you? Tangible nature ka fixed asset. Now, intangible nature fixed asset. For example, goodwill. Yes, for example, goodwill. You can't see goodwill, लेकिन goodwill जिस तरह हमें benefit कर रही है, that you can see. You will invest more money into a company which is having more goodwill, and जिस company के लिए आपने अच्छा नहीं सुना, which does not have goodwill, then you will not invest money into it. So goodwill is also earning money for the business. However, you can't see goodwill as a thing. You can't see it like anything. It is not like a book which is kept, or it is not like a box or anything. But goodwill is that capability of a business which earns it more business and more money. Okay, the good name and fame. When this value is converted in monetary terms, it is called goodwill. When we will talk about finding out goodwill in class 12 partnership accounts, then you will find out how we calculate goodwill also. Now, the next category, that is current assets. Assets which can be readily converted into what? Cash, or they are actually cash, currency notes, or money deposited in the bank, और द बिल्स रिसीवेबल मीन्स जिनको हमने लोन पर सामान दिया था, दे विल हैव टू पे अस money. So bills receivable, all this is included in what? This is included in current assets, which can be very quickly converted into cash. So they have dash liquidity. Come on, higher or lower? Some more people should say they have a higher liquidity. Very nice, thank you. Now the third one is the fictitious assets. Basically these are not assets, लेकिन fictitious assets हम उन expenses को count कर सकते हैं जो हमने एक ईयर में मेक करे हैं और जिसका बेनिफिट हम कमिंग बहुत सारे ईयर्स में यूज़ करने वाले हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एनी एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ एनी एडवर्टाइजमेंट ऑफ अ वेरी ह्यूज अमाउंट. डिफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर्स. डिफर्ड मीन्स स्कैटर्ड इनटू कमिंग वेरियस ईयर्स. आगे आने वाले कुछ ईयर्स में हमने इसका अमाउंट का छोटा छोटा पोर्शन स्कैटर कर दिया कि हम 2019 में, फिर 2020 में, फिर 2021 में इसको कंसिडर करेंगे. बिकॉज अगर हमने फुल 20 लाख रुपीज़ एज एन एडवर्टाइजमेंट एक ही ईयर में शो कर दिए तो इतने ह्यूज एक्सपेंसेस काउंट करने की वजह से शायद उस साल का प्रॉफिट लॉस में कन्वर्ट भी हो सकता है. सो डिफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर्स आर वन वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल ऑफ fictitious assets, not basically available in the physical form, but these are certain expenses which give us benefit in the coming future. fictitious का क्या मतलब होता है? The word fictitious means based on assumption. So these deferred expenditures को हम assume करते हैं कि ये भी हमारे लिए assets की तरह ही काम कर रहे हैं. Let's move to today's first topic. Give the next heading receipt. RECEIPT. I repeat, RECEIPT. Receipt. Can you tell me what is a receipt for the business?
Bill.
Okay, fine. For a common man, a receipt is a bill. Show me the receipt means show me the bill. But for accounting term, receipt means all whatever the business has received during the year. Please write down. They are received or receivable for, they are received amount or receivable, they are received amount or receivable amount. Can you understand the difference between already received and receiving amount? A to be received amount. Already received means we have already received it in cash. For example, in case of cash sales, we receive cash, but they are still to be received means we have a bill receivable for it, and somebody who is our debtor will pay us this money. So receipt, the amount received or receivable amount for sales or services, for sales of goods or services. Whatever sales you have made, whatever services you have provided. Yes, Alicia? Please tell me the spelling what you have written. Since you are not able to pronounce it, I suggest you should tell me the spelling which you have written. Otherwise, people, please ask me the spelling. I know very well that you have not written the correct. Receivable. RECEIVABLE. Receivable amount for goods and services. Now receipts are again of two types. Make an arrow and write down capital receipt and revenue receipt. Capital receipt and revenue receipt. Now capital, when capital is added, the term CAPITAL, when the term capital is added with something, it automatically refers to longer term, once in a while. When we say revenue, it means day to day. Okay, so capital receipt, for example, if the payment which is received is once for the lifetime, if the payment which is received is once for the lifetime, it is treated as capital receipt. It is treated as capital receipt. as I told you, it is spontaneous. I can't repeat it in the same words. Can anyone, Samar, just repeat it? Capital receipt.
The payment which is received once for the lifetime
of the business. Capital receipt. The payment which is received once in the lifetime in a business. Now, अब ये क्या हो सकता है? For example, I purchased a plant. I purchased a plant and machinery, and that machinery I sold. Second hand value पे भी चीज़ें sell off होती है, right? This is an old machinery. I want to buy a new one. Or there were 10 computers in the office. I have sold them, and now I will buy 10 new laptops. Got the example? I have sold 10 old computers, desktop, and I have bought 10 new laptops. Now this selling of 10 old computers must have brought you some money, will it or not?
Yes, sir.
जब पुराने कंप्यूटर्स हमने सेल ऑफ करे, अब हम ये सारे पुराने कंप्यूटर्स डिस्कार्ड कर देंगे एंड वील बाय द न्यू वंस. सो व्हेन यू सेल दीज ओल्ड कंप्यूटर्स, जो भी बायर होगा आपने ऑक्शन में दे दिया या सेकेंड हैंड सेलर को बेच दिया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल OLX पे सेल ऑफ कर दिया. सो व्हाट विल यू गेट इन रिटर्न? यू विल गेट money. Will you or will you not get? You will get some money. This money will be treated as capital receipt. Because selling of computer, पुराने कंप्यूटर सेल ऑफ करना हमारा बिजनेस नहीं है, लेकिन दिस वॉज वन इवेंट जब हमें अपने पुराने कंप्यूटर्स को बेचना पड़ा. सो दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ कैपिटल रिसिट. आर यू गेटिंग इट चिल्ड्रन? जो अर्निंग यूजुअल बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन से नहीं होती है. हमारा ऑफिस बहुत अच्छी लोकेलिटी में नहीं था. वी डिसाइडेड कि वो बिल्डिंग हम सेल कर देंगे एंड नाउ आई विल बाय अ न्यू बिल्डिंग इन गोमती नगर एक्सटेंशन. नाउ सेलिंग दैट ओल्ड बिल्डिंग विल गेट यू सम मनी. दिस इज सेल ऑफ कैपिटल. दिस इज this is not sale of capital, this is sale of fixed asset, and this is a capital receipt. Getting it? So sale of old furniture, sale of old building, sale of anything which will be done only once in a lifetime. उस पर्टिकुलर बिल्डिंग को हम एक बार ही सेल ऑफ करेंगे, क्योंकि उस बिल्डिंग को सेल करना हमारा मेन बिजनेस ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है. रेवेन्यू रिसिट. नेक्स्ट टाइप, रेवेन्यू रिसिट. The receipt which is made, the receipt, RECEIPT. It is not called receipt, it is called receipt. Receipt. P is silent. You must know how to pronounce the terms correctly. The receipt which is made from usual business transactions. Usual business transactions is a revenue receipt. Is a revenue receipt. It is received on regular basis. Like for capital receipt, I told you once in a business file. Revenue receipt will be made more often. Are you getting the difference between the two? Revenue receipt, for example, sale of goods. Sale of goods in which we were dealing. Okay? Any confusion with the capital receipt and revenue receipt? You want to ask something? Samar, Brahmjot, Aishwarya, Dhruv, Saumitra, anybody? Any confusion between these two? Now let us do a comparative study. Capital receipt, once in a while. Revenue receipt, regular basis. Okay? Capital receipt is of capital nature. Revenue receipt is of revenue nature. Whatever is related to revenue nature is used in profit and loss account in the final accounts. But whatever is related to capital receipt, it is treated separately for the assets. For example, capital receipt, sale of any old furniture or sale of any other fixed asset will be, the money which you will get from it will be what? Capital receipt. And one example of revenue receipt will include what? Sales of goods. जिस गुड्स में हम डील करते हैं, जो हमारा बिजनेस है, उससे जो पैसा हम अर्न करते हैं, the usual buying and selling, that will be counted under revenue receipt. Shall we move on, children?
Yes, sir.
I want more responses, because only one person out of 12, 13 are saying yes. It means only one has understood. What about the others? Have you understood? Understood? Okay, fine. All right. Since I can't see you, since your cameras are off, I can't see your beautiful faces. So I am not able to make out through your expressions if you have understood or not. That is why I have to ask you. Second point, next point, expenditure. Expenditure. The amount spent or due. The amount spent, S-P-E-N-D, spend or due, D-U-E, for acquiring assets, or you can write for purchasing assets, or goods or services for the business, are called expenditures. All the kharcha that you do for buying a fixed asset, for buying any goods, or for buying any services, all that will be included in what? All this is an expenditure. Now again, expenditure is of three types. You want to ask? Yes, Samar? Acquiring asset, purchasing asset, or services. Acquiring assets, purchasing goods. I'm sorry, it was not purchasing asset. Acquiring asset means purchasing asset. So acquiring asset, purchasing goods, and purchasing services. Purchasing fixed asset, purchasing goods, purchasing services. All three. इन थ्री आइटम्स को परचेज करने के लिए जो अमाउंट हम स्पेंड करते हैं, स्पेंड और ड्यू मीन्स अगर हमने उधार पर भी लिया है, इट मीन्स यू हैव टू पे इट इज इंक्रीजिंग योर लाइबिलिटी. So that will also be counted as an expenditure. Now expenditures again are of three types. Write down: capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Write down capital expenditure. Next point, revenue expenditure. And next point, deferred revenue expenditure. Please check out the spelling from the message section. Deferred revenue expenditure. Can you estimate what is a capital expenditure? Because you have already studied capital receipt. What can be a capital expenditure?
Ma'am, expenditure only once in a year.
Not only once in a year, lesser number of frequency. Okay, you can write, for example, purchase of goods or purchase of fixed asset. Just tell me this.
Fixed asset.
Very good, thank you. Capital expenditure includes expenditures made for buying fixed assets. Buying fixed asset. Okay, let us take the old example only. We have sold those 10 computers. What you received in return was capital receipt. Cash you received. What was it? It was capital receipt. Now what next will you do? A business house these days cannot function without laptops and desktops. So you intended to buy 10 new laptops. Now in buying 10 new laptops, say for example 60,000 each, you have incurred 6 lakh rupees. Have you or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? So to now because we have sold the old ones, now we will be buying new laptops. So to buy these new 10 laptops, you will be spending some money. और ये नए वाले 10 लैपटॉप्स के लिए जो हमने मनी स्पेंड किया है, दिस इज काउंटेड एज कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. Getting the difference between capital receipt and capital expenditure? Buying of a fixed asset, Okay, buying of a fixed asset is a capital expenditure. Next, revenue expenditure. Now tell me what is a revenue expenditure. Revenue receipts वो होती हैं जो डे टू डे बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज से हम रिसीव करते हैं. तो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर्स क्या होते होंगे?
And the day-to-day sales that
नहीं, the day to day expenses or the regular expenses, not sales exactly, the day to day or the regular expenses we make to earn money. The expenses we make, instead of writing day to day, just write down regular basis. The amount we spend on regular basis to earn money at the end. To earn money at the end. Is a revenue expenditure. For example, rent, salary, cost of goods. Rent, salary, cost of goods. One very important thing, please write down. आगे अभी आप एक और टर्म पढ़ेंगे, expenses. Now revenue expenditures and expenses both mean the same, because for both of these the accounting treatment is the same. जो जहाँ जैसे डेबिट में जाता है, जैसे revenue expenditure, in the same way expenses are treated. It is also called expenses, not expenditure. It is also called expenses. It is also called expenses of the business. Got it? What are revenue expenditures? जो डे टू डे बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज़ हम करते हैं उसमें कुछ खर्चा भी तो होता होगा कि ऐसे ही सारा मनी अर्न कर लेते हैं. टू सेल ऑफ गुड्स वी नीड सेल्स पर्सन, एंड फॉर द सेल्स पर्सन यू नीड टू पे हिम मनी. नोबडी इज वर्किंग हियर फॉर चैरिटी, राइट? सो दीज एक्सपेंसेस विच आर मेड टू अर्न मनी, कुछ खर्चा हमें करना पड़ेगा ताकि हम आगे को पैसा अर्न कर सकें. सो दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. Third one, deferred revenue expenditure. I have told you what is deferred revenue expenditure. Please tell me with an example. Who will do this?
Ma'am, those expenditures which we will have to pay the expense in every 2 to 3 years.
नहीं, खर्चा एक ही साल करते हैं लेकिन उसको बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में एक से ज़्यादा ईयर्स में शो करते हैं. ठीक है, यू गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट राइट, बट जस्ट टू एक्सप्लेन इट प्रॉपरली. यस समर्थ, यू वुड लाइक टू ऐड? It is a huge amount expenditure. Now let me tell you. For example, a big advertisement and ठीक है, ओके. और अगर उसमें वो बहुत ह्यूज बिल्डिंग है, सपोज 20 स्टोरी की एक बिल्डिंग है, वो पूरा हमारा ऑफिस है, देन to get that painted, maybe it will cost you nearly 10 to 15 lakh rupees. और ये सारे एक्सपेंसेस हम एक साल में अगर अपने बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में शो कर देंगे तो उस साल का प्रॉफिट तो ज़ीरो हो जाएगा. जबकि बिल्डिंग हम हर साल तो पेंट नहीं कराते हैं, तो सिर्फ 2020 क्यों उसका एक्सपेंस बेयर करें. हम उसको आगे आने वाले 10 ईयर्स तक थोड़ा थोड़ा करके माइनस करते रहेंगे. हालांकि हम उसको स्पेंड अपनी पॉकेट से उसी ईयर में करते हैं जिस ईयर में हमने वो एक्टिविटी करी है. आर यू गेटिंग द डिफरेंस? लेकिन बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में उसके आगे आने वाले 5 to 10 ईयर्स में थोड़ा थोड़ा करके शो करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि एडवर्टाइजमेंट 20 लाख रुपीज़ का था तो उसका पेमेंट भी 20 ईयर्स में हमने किया है. पेमेंट उसी ईयर में किया है. मॉडल को पेमेंट कर दिया, शूटिंग का पेमेंट कर दिया, एंड द एडवर्टाइजमेंट इज डन. बट to show it in the books of account, you have divided that money into 10 parts so that it can be shown as 1 lakh rupees for 10 years. Getting it? Yes. You try it, you will be able to agree to me. 10 लाख रुपीज़ एक ही ईयर में शो कर दिए और उस साल का प्रॉफिट ज़ीरो कर दिया, माइनस में कर दिया, लॉस हो गया. तो ये तो अच्छी बात नहीं है. उस साल के एक्सपेंसेस कैसे मीट करेंगे, उस साल के प्रॉफिट्स कैसे डिराइव करेंगे. तो ये बेहतर होता है कि किसी भी ह्यूज नेचर के एक्सपेंडिचर को हम एक्सपेंडिचर ना बोल के डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर बोलें. क्योंकि उससे मिलने वाले बेनिफिट्स तो हम आगे आने वाले बहुत से ईयर्स में यूज़ कर रहे हैं. अगर एक इतनी ह्यूज बिल्डिंग है जो 10-15 लाख रुपीज़ में पेंट होती है, उसे हर साल तो पेंट नहीं करेंगे. तो जिस साल हमने वो एक्सपेंस इनकर किया है उस साल में उसका प्रॉफिट ज़ीरो करने का कोई फ़ायदा ही नहीं है. सारा का सारा खर्चा, सारा का सारा प्रेशर एक ही साल में अपने ऊपर ले लिया और उस साल के सारे अकाउंट्स ख़राब कर लिए अपने. सो बेटर टू कीप इट एज अ डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please write deferred revenue expenditure. These are huge. These expenditures involve huge amounts. These expenditures involve huge amount. Huge, H-U-G-E, huge amount, and is to be written off. And is to be written off. Written off means allocated or subtracted, and is to be written off as small portion for many years. As small portion for many years. For example, when you will do final accounts, there will be an adjustment. There was a deferred revenue expenditure of 10 lakh rupees. The businessman decided that he will consider it as a deferred revenue expenditure for coming 5 years. It means for every year out of 10 lakh to 2 lakh rupees will be charged. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now then, how many points have you written as yet, children? 8. How many? How many terms? 8 terms, no? Just write.
Yes.
Okay, just write 2 more. One is expense. Revenue expenditure or expense same hota hai, like I told you. Write down expense. The amount spent for earning money in business. The amount spent for earning money in the business is called an expense. Is called an expense. Expenses are of 2 types. Write down prepaid expenses dash an expense which is paid in advance. An expense which is paid in advance. For example, prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. It is possible that a business will make payment for insurance for the coming 2 years. You take away the premium, I will be free. So this is an example of a prepaid insurance. Are you getting what is a prepaid insurance? What is a prepaid mobile? You pay first, you take the services later on. What is a prepaid order? Prepaid rent bhi ho sakta hai? Yes, of course. Any expense can be a prepaid expense depending upon the desire of the businessman. Alright? Sometimes when the tenant use the house, in normal cases, not in business, they say, I have more money this month, please take rent for 2 months. I pay for July also and August also. So that will be counted as a prepaid expense. Sometimes your parents also prefer to pay quarterly fees. और वो क्वार्टर तो अभी एंड ही नहीं हुआ है, बट दे हैव पेड द फीस बिकॉज यू विल स्टडी फॉर द कमिंग 3 months. So that is a prepaid amount. Getting what is a prepaid expense? Which is paid earlier and benefit is taken later on. Okay?
Yes.
Fine. Next, outstanding expenses. Outstanding. Outstanding is in one word. O-U-T, out, S-T-A-N-D-I-N-G. Outstanding expenses. Now this is the reverse of prepaid. Who will tell me what is an outstanding expense?
Ma'am, outstanding expense can be an expense which we will take the services and paid later.
हाँ, you have already taken the services. You were supposed to pay, but you have not paid. Huh? So what is this? This will be a liability. Is it or not? Is an outstanding expense a liability or not? It is my liability कि जिससे काम ले लिया मैंने उसको सैलरी नहीं दी, उसकी सैलरी outstanding है, you must pay it. So it's a liability for the business. Write down outstanding expenses, an expense which is due to be paid by the business, which is DUE, due to be paid by the business. For example, outstanding salary, like we have prepaid rent, similarly we can have outstanding rent also. Rent दिया ही नहीं है, अभी तक अप्रैल का रेंट नहीं दिया, it is July. So in this case it will be an outstanding rent. So outstanding salary, outstanding rent, and various different expenses. Okay, outstanding premium for insurance also. Okay, so understood the difference between prepaid expenses and outstanding expenses, children?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, so 9th point is done. Write down just one last point. Income. Income. The difference between revenue and expenses is called income. The difference between revenue, REVENUE. Revenue means whatever has came into the business, and expense is what? Whatever you have paid. So income will be revenue minus expenses. Revenue minus the expense you have done to generate that revenue. So write down one equation. Income equals to revenue minus expenses. Make a minus sign. Income equals to revenue minus expenses. Just write down one example. For example, X Limited, LTD full stop. This is called limited. X Limited, this is the name of any business. X Limited generated a revenue of 1 lakh rupees. X Limited generated a revenue of 1 lakh rupees during the course of business, and they made expenses worth rupees 20,000 to generate this revenue. Full stop. What is the actual income of X Limited? What is the actual income of X Limited? Come on. Income equals to revenue minus expense. Now do it and tell me.
1,000.
Yes. Income of the firm will be, income of the private limited will be 80,000 rupees. Got it, children?
Yes,
Now all those who have their books with me, all those who have their books at home, kindly go through the very short objective questions. The very short questions and the objective questions. Also, there are certain practical questions. Just have a look at it. Tomorrow, on Monday, we'll discuss some of the terms also and the practical questions as well. All right.